and I want you to turn to Hebrews with me, the 10th chapter, starting verse 23. And I realized I preach from this text quite often. And I said, it's because this text reminds me of what my life is supposed to be about. Mm-hmm. It reminds us what our life is supposed to be about. And as we look at Hebrews, the 10th chapter, starting verse 23, you will see these words are something very similar. Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. And let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as is the manner of some, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. Amen.
Amen.
I want to preach from the subject, committed to being committed. Committed to being committed. And just like on last week, the week before last, when I was telling you all about how I was preparing the sermon, talking about problems and how we overcome problems, and I thought God used personal illustrations and examples of my own life to remind me about problems and how he's bigger than all problems and how he allows us to overcome problems by having faith and trust in him. Just like that, he did the same thing with me in the term of commitment. Commitment. This week, well, really, it has been planned weeks and possibly months ago that we would take my grandma out on her birthday to a dinner. And in doing so, a lot of us committed to going, including me. And committed all the way up to almost the midnight hour. And then in my commitment, as the midnight hour approached, excuses appeared so I would feel less committed to go because of what I had previously had done. I thought, well, I saw her on her birthday, took her a gift. Tisa and I went and spent time with her. We really don't need to go to no Chinese restaurant. We got a lot of stuff planned, and plus this is my birthday week. I started coming up with all these excuses on why, and I'm like, baby, you still want to go? And that's the thing, you know, we always looking for an amen corner when we're trying to back out of commitment. So it won't seem like we're the one who's breaking the commitment. You still, you know, that's all we out in bed, you know. We don't saw it, you know, she really don't want it. She really don't like going out to restaurants like that anyway. Even so, almost made me want to change everybody's plan to come here or go somewhere else because we were breaking the commitment. And I just think about how a lot of time we get so committed. We could be invited to a party, dinner, lunch, no matter what it is, and we would commit to it. And then as it get closer, the closer it get to the event, the more, man, you know, I sure don't feel like going. You know, man, it won't be a good excuse for me to get in. And then you start getting into the lying. You may not lie, but you come so close to lying just to keep from coming. You come up with a real good excuse. You be looking for an excuse. You call other people and ask them, so what's going on? And you hope somebody gives you something more important so you have a good excuse to get out of the commitment that you have made. Unfortunately, too many people are committed to being non-committed. And you know, and it's funny because I've talked about this so much, and I love when I hear Johnny say it, and he repeated how a lot of us, when we ask somebody, can we go somewhere, I'm going to try. I'm going to try. And you know, people tell you, I'm going to try to make it. Let me see. Let me get back with you. All those are code words, but I ain't going. They code words, you know. You know, let me see. I'm not sure right now. Let me check my. Ninja. I know you ain't got no book that full. You ain't got no calendar that full. You know, but we would come up with some soft closes or some soft responses to keep people from feeling disappointed with the word no. What happened to giving people a firm yes and a firm no?
Come on.
I remember growing up, well, not growing up, but in my younger adulthood, people used to think I was mean because I had no problem saying no. People ask me, can I do something? No. Do you know the word no is a complete sentence?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It don't need any other words behind it. When somebody asks you a question and you get the word no, why people look at you like they waiting on something else?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing else.
Yeah.
I said no. You know, people will wait and, huh? Oh, did I stutter?
Yeah.
No. But people will think that you are so mean. You ain't have to say it like that. Let me whisper it. Do it still change the meaning? Do it soften the blow just because I whispered it? We have gotten so soft as a society. It is so hard for us to accept when people just say no to us. But more people will be more pleased in life if they receive more definitive no's than those open-ended responses that we in America have given so many times. You know, I don't like using the word hate often, but I say, I've got to learn. I say, I'll bore open-ended responses to questions, especially when I know you have the answer. You know, you ask the person a question, well, I'm going to think about that. I'm going to get back with you. You know, I hadn't made up my mind yet. And I didn't ask you to solve the Pythagorean theory. I just asked you, are you coming? You know, it's just so amazing how, and then I start feeling guilty when people say that I was mean for saying no. I start saying, well, I don't know. You know, I start falling into that same trap. But we have to learn how to say no, and we have to learn how to say yes. You know, I think it's easier for us to say no than yes. Because yes is a committing word. And when you say yes, you know, people expecting. Yes brings expectation from people. And it's hard for us to tell people yes, because when you say yes, you set yourself up for possible disappointment if yes is not followed up with the action that yes intends for it to follow. So in the text I read earlier, and it said these words, let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who is promised is faithful. I know I frustrate teachers so much sometimes. She'll ask me questions, and she'll say, you know, and she'll say that I just go back and forth. I'm so undecided or undecisive. And, you know, it's not the fact that I'm undecided or undecisive, but why ask me a question when there's so much proof given that most of the time my response is going to be wrong or unfavorable? And I don't know if it's just being with smart women, what the case is, but women have done a great job in making men feel like our responses are wrong so much we don't even want to respond to any questions. So I don't know. What you want? And it's I don't have an answer for that. I don't have an explanation for it, but that's how we see it. So when we get a question asked, sometimes we think it's a trap question. You know, what say they already know the answer, so what do I say? I don't know. Even from men who are considered smart, even if your husband, your wife, or your family thinking you're this smart, they will still ask you a question. No, I don't want to do that. Let's do. So you learn not to give the right responses or the responses that's needed. Not that it's right or wrong, but it's a way that we have been conditioned our life to be. Is it right? Maybe, maybe not, but it can change, because the text said, let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering. So we have to trust. If someone asks you a question, they really want to know what your answer is. And as men, we got to start giving the answer that we want, even if it's unfair. We have to quit wavering just because we're trying to give an answer we think somebody wants. Not only does it happen in relationships personally, but it happens on our jobs. We are so uncommitted at work, and soon as we get into the parking lot, we're going to tell everything that we should have said in the meeting. You know, I don't think they should be changing the rules like that. You know, we'll come up. Why you didn't say it when they asked what they in the question? We would get in our little cliques and talk about stuff that should have been talked about in the meeting. Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without what were you hoping for in that meeting? Once you go into that meeting, whatever it was, or once you go into that relationship, whatever it was, whatever you're hoping for, keep on hoping that it might happen. You know, there are times in relationships, there are times on our jobs, there are times even in our churches that we will just quit hoping because it hadn't happened yet. It don't look like it might happen. But you know, we have to speak those things as though they are. We have to hope for those things as though it is here. And what happens a lot of times, and actually it took me a long time to learn this. And you know, I used to always say, I'll never have ulcers and I'll never have that problem. That's the reason I started running. That's the reason I'm glad that Tisa encouraged me to exercise, because I started holding a whole lot of stuff in more recently. And not more recently, but as I got older. And the reason you start holding stuff in, because you know what it says in the Word, speak things into existence, or whatever you put out when you speak it, you're giving life to it. There are times I want to say something, I want to call a name, and I know as soon as I say it, I've given life to it. Tisa remind me a lot of time, you know, you said that. You know, you need to quit saying stuff because you know it's going to come true. So if I know I say stuff and it's going to come true, there are some things I think I should never say. Because there are some things I think, I'm like, boy, that ever came true. Goodness gracious. So we have to be committed in thought, we have to be committed in word, and we have to be committed in deed. In verse 24, it says, and let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works. I hope when people think about me, when they consider me, it's about love and some good things that we've done together.
Okay.
I hope when people think about you and consider you, it's about love and good works. You don't want people every time they think about you, they coming. What time they get in? Let me get there before they get there and be gone before they leave. You know, you don't want to be the type that when somebody consider you, it's not about love and the goodness that you have. It said, let us consider one another in order to stir up love. When I think about you, I should just get a good feeling stirred up in my stomach. When you think about one another that you love, you should just get a good feeling, get all giddy on the inside that you can't control. You know, we're supposed to consider, we're supposed to be considerate, not inconsiderate of one another in our love and good works. And it goes on a little further and says, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together. He's telling us here in this book of Hebrew, the author, that as soon as we leave church on Sunday, we should already start thinking about one another and next Sunday. We should be thinking about one another. You should be so excited. I remember when I was at Mount Nebo years and years ago, we used to call each other as it got closer. You going to church Sunday? I'm not sure yet. Oh, come on, man. You know, if you ain't going, I ain't going. You know, we used to be so excited that we wanted each other to come to church because we all had our special friendship that we wanted to go to church together. And if one wasn't gone or if a couple wasn't gone, it wasn't the same at church. What happened to that in church on Sunday? What happened to Fridays and Saturdays? You texting one another. So what time you getting to church? I'm getting out a little early. We got to say, meet me in the parking lot. I got something I need to tell you. You know, what happened to meeting each other early at church and talking with your friends? Say, come on church, because after church we need to go out to eat because I need to tell you something. I need to share something with you. What happened to that type of feeling? That we would consider one another and we would get so excited. Man, you know what choir singing this Sunday? You know, you got to hurry up, because you know Gloria's singing this Sunday, Johnny's singing this Sunday, you know, Pastor's preaching this Sunday, you know, he's still in that series on whatever, you know, you got to come to church this Sunday. What happened to stirring one another up and getting everybody excited about coming to church? And the good things that would come from that. It said, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, which means that you shouldn't even consider not going to church. Do you know you shouldn't even consider? You know you shouldn't even consider not going to church. I'm just so amazed how people just playing brunch on Sunday morning, playing all this stuff on Sunday. You shouldn't even consider. You know, I can't even imagine the last. I don't think I can't even remember anybody ever called, "What you doing Sunday?" And ask what I'm doing Sunday. Not only can I not consider ever not coming to church, people know me know not to ever ask me, Darryl, let's go and do this Sunday. What time? About 2? You know, how how is it that you can even consider missing church on Sunday? They said, not forsaking the assembly, because the people who you assemble with, you so excited with them. Do you know that there are people who already got their barbecue grill fired up for the game today? Do you know that there are people, I got some friends who spent some money on some airline tickets, some hotel tickets, and some entertainment money, and flew to Indianapolis to watch the Atlanta Falcons play today.
Wow.
You flew to Indianapolis to watch the Falcons play? But you real committed.
Yeah.
I just wear a t-shirt, you know, but you real committed. You know, I just wear some red and black and look at it on TV. But you're real committed. I'm talking about, and got to be at work tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. But Sunday morning is your rest day. You can't come to church. 11 o'clock, you know, you sleep in on Sunday. But this friend of mine was able to not only fly out there, but flew out there with some family and friends. I'm talking, not only did you go, you were able to convince somebody else to go with you. And you can't even invite nobody to church. You just convinced somebody to spend at least $1,000 to fly to Indianapolis to see the Atlanta Falcons. Hopefully win, but can you imagine how disappointing it would be to go that far for them to lose?
Oh my goodness.
Thousands of dollars. It says, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some, but exhorting one another. And so much the more as you see the day approaching. You should be calling each other this evening. What y'all wear? Say, what y'all gonna do? Say, what y'all wearing to church next Sunday? What we sing there next Sunday? Alright. Tuesday to come around. Man, I sure can't wait on Sunday to get here, boy. You know, I've been studying in the Bible from the text that Pastor preached from, and man, I can't wait to get the rest of it, you know. I'd say, man, ask Barbara, she coming too. You know, you should be so excited. Not only are you excited about you and your friend coming, you should be asking somebody else to come too, because you are so excited. And by Saturday night, y'all should be blowing each other up about church on Sunday morning. That's what the text is saying to do. That's what commitment does. That's, you know, it's amazing. There's a lady named Cha-Cha. I don't really know her. We met each other, well, I do know her now, but I met her through Tisa. Cha-Cha is probably one of the biggest Atlanta Falcon fans in Atlanta. She chartered buses to go to New Orleans, Carolina, Tampa Bay, and other trips. I'm talking charter buses and encourage about at least 50 other people to buy tickets on the bus to get hotels and tickets to the game. But I don't know a single person in a church that has ever chartered a bus for some people from out of town to come to church. Chartered a bus. I don't even know anybody in church who even get in their car and go and pick up somebody across town and bring them to church. Chartering a bus and just trusting that enough people go buy some tickets to sell that bus out. I'm telling you, do you know how much it costs to charter a bus? Do you know how many seats you have to sell to get at least break even? You are trusting that there are enough people willing to buy a seat on that bus and buy them tickets so you can go and have a good time and cheer for a team that you hope win. We got to get back to being committed first before we could even think about just being committed. You know, if you're going to be committed, you got to find out what are you committing to and why are you committing to it. You know, there's this guy, I don't even know the guy's name, but he works at the beauty supply store that Tisa likes to go to, and I met him first, but Tisa know him better than I do now. But what was interesting, one day I was in the store, and you know, I tried to stay away from football, but it's football season and it's my birthday week, so whatever. But anyway, I walked into the store one day and I had a Falcon keychain on my keychain. He's like, "You a Falcon fan?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm more committed than you are." I said, "How you know that?" He said, "You just got a keychain." And he pulled up his sleeve, he got a Falcon tattoo on his arm. Yeah, you committed. You committed. You know, I just like him. You love him, you know. But I thought I was committed. I got a tag and some shirts and some blankets out there. People made for me. That joker, he got a tattoo on it. That's gonna be with him until he died. I'm like, boy, the Falcons moved out of Atlanta. He messed up. You know? And then I told Tisa this morning, we was out walking, I told Tisa this morning, I said, you know what? That joke might say, cause he said, the other day, he didn't know the Falcons playing Sunday night. I said, that joke probably ain't even no Atlanta Falcons fan. I said, he probably was in the Air Force. You know, the Air Force are the Falcons. I said, he probably went to Walter F. George High School. You know, I said, that joke probably ain't even no Atlanta Falcons fan. He probably just a Falcons fan, and he just tell people Atlanta Falcons because he's in Atlanta. But you know, you have to be committed. He's really committed.
Yeah.
He's a big tattoo on his arm. I'm like, who would tattoo NFL team? I can see a college team. Colleges don't move because they want a new stadium.
Right. Yeah.
The NFL will pack up and leave your city. Boy, let Mayor Reed and them and his boys then get together and give Arthur Blank that stadium. They would have been Toronto Falcons, the Vancouver. They would have gone somewhere who would have promised them a brand new stadium and a Super Bowl. We have to be committed to being committed, and you have to find something that's worth your commitment. You know, when you look at people and we see the relationship people are in, and you know, I'm amazed how people feel like commitment is not that important to them in a relationship. Do you know that there are people in a relationship, especially people who are not married, do you know that just because they're not married don't mean one of them not thinking about it? And not saying one of them don't want it? Because when you see a couple and they've been seeing each other for a long time and they have the appearance of being committed, I'm pretty certain one of them are thinking about being married, but they don't want to bring it up because they don't want to ruin the relationship, or they don't know what the other person might be thinking about it. So you'll say things like, I don't need no piece of paper to tell nobody, show nobody that I'm in love with them. I don't need to wear no rings for nobody to know that I'm in love with somebody. Really. You don't need it, but it sure helps. And it sure speaks volumes. You know, people say, I don't need to go to church to be a Christian. You might not need to, but when the storms of lives are raging and the billows are tossing nine, it sure feel good, and it sure helps to know you got some fellow Christians that you can call on at your church that you attend every Sunday and the Bible study on Wednesday night. You know, it just amazed me how, who taught us to think like that about commitments? You know, a lot of us are afraid of commitments because we're afraid of what might happen if that commitment don't withstand our test of what a commitment means to me. And a lot of times we don't understand what a commitment means to someone until that person communicates it to you. To some people, a commitment means I need to have a big piece of chicken every time you cook down fry some chicken. If I get the wing, okay, who don't eat the big piece then? How crazy that might sound, that's important to somebody. My dad always got the big piece of chicken. His dad always ate the big piece of chicken. Why am I getting the wing? Who got the big piece then? Well, you know, Junior's a growing boy. Junior ain't the one who put the roof over the head, and Junior ain't the one who. So that means that you're more committed to Junior than you are to me. No. That. But if you didn't know, you didn't know. That's really it's important to communicate to people what's important to you, so you know how important the commitment is. You know, some people's commitment is, I don't care what's going on, we got to be at home together every night.